Alrighty guys, welcome back, welcome back. Got another Top 4's GM time commentary for you. I love these. These are so fun. So, you know, the ping happened to the Discord, the CA Discord, and they're like, yo, we need +1 for For's time, and I had to show up. I had to pull through. So, as always, feel free to critique me, teach me what I don't know, and let's get right into it. So I get the late freeze on S2. What is new? Always late on my freezes, but that's okay. My north guy is tick perfect. He gets all of them. We get a nice little stack going. Get my first tick on my S1. Get my S2 into the clump and back onto the T-bow. Now, I get the swing off there, which I'm happy with because I'm still not sure if that's my job. I think it is because the ranger's supposed to be on the clump. So I need to get better at switching to my melee gear and hitting the solo crabs. But I ended up getting a swing on both of them, so they didn't leak too badly. So I think that was okay. And then I get the first tick freeze on S1. Nice first tick on S2. My north freezer is on point. He's on fire. And I think we get a pretty clean skip here. Get the declaw. And I think my prayer gets, or my stats, maybe they get drained here. No. Okay. Yeah, so I did good on the skip there. Dude, top GM times are ridiculously easy. Like, we are just getting updates on updates on updates to make them easier. So if you're kind of, feeling worried about GM tasks, specifically the speedruns at Tob, then you need to stop worrying because guys, this video you're gonna see at the end, we make so many mistakes and we still get the time. So now's the time to work on your GM helm. It's really not that difficult. If you put in the work, I really do think that almost all players can get the GM the GM hilt or GM combat achievements. It's really not too difficult. So we walk into bloat. We do a couple of drive-by BGSs. I get a huge chally, dude. 958 XP drop. And then I believe I do 4 scythes. That's 1, that's 2. This will be 3. So yes, I do chally, 4 scythe, chally. And yeah, it's pretty good. 19%. We do have a death, but while it's not ideal, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, GM time is not too difficult, and the biggest thing is that we're still going to get the 2 down because we got, it's at 19% HP. All we have to do is get the 2 down to make it a runnable attempt. So not too worried about it. I run a little early, but I actually back out a little bit, which I should not have done. And yeah, not too bad. I think I've mentioned this in videos before, but the threshold for For's time is a 135 maiden and a 120 bloat. So we are 1 second ahead on each room and therefore 2 seconds ahead of total time. Now, Nilo Kiss, definitely not my strongest room, but did the classics, pass around the heart, make sure everyone's got the stamina, got the ranging potion, and we hop right into it. I am South Mage, so I am being the primary major, and I think my Nile is getting a little bit better. I'm really happy with how my inventory layout is. If you watched my previous For's GM time commentary, one thing that I've changed is I put my Kodai right under my barrage. It's a lot closer to my barrage icon, I should say. So rather than, it used to be at the bottom of the room where my T-bow is, but the new spot allows me to instantly click the freeze quicker. And it's frustrating when you do spellbook swap, the fact that there's a little bit of a delay switching to the Kodai, because I need the water runes, and I don't bring those if I'm doing spellbook swap. But it's okay, it's not the end of the world, and the spellbook swap is nice. So the room's looking a little bit full. Get the aggro, the east, never east, yeah. Get the east aggro 15. Don't get it one shot. Get the get the south 16, or no, that was the south 15 in one shot. At this point, I'm trying to kill my 17s. Hopefully not stalling before 20. And I get the aggro, takes 2 shots, takes 3 shots. Still trying to get a couple more of these singles because I think we stall here. Yeah, we do stall here. And then get the 20. I think I get the freeze here. Nice. Get the freeze. I see another barrage opportunity, which I take. Now, I think I should be pre-firing my bigs from now on. And I think I do okay. I get the 20. I don't get the blinker, which I think I'm supposed to get. I get 24, and then I get 25? Yes, I do get 25. And then I believe I'm supposed to go to 26 on the west side, which is an aggro. And I also have a aggro in the middle right now, but I see a juicy barrage that I have to go for. At this point, I believe I'm supposed to pop all bigs while preventing stalls. So I think we stall here again, which is not ideal, but it's okay. You really don't need to be too perfect for a good Nilo. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. You don't need to be perfect at Nilo to get a decent runnable time. I think the threshold is 3 minutes and 55 seconds for 4s. And all of these thresholds are obviously, they're estimates, they're not required. You know, you might be better at some rooms and you can lose time at Nilo and gain time at Sodaseg, for example. So here's my inventory is a little bit messed up, which kind of bothers me, but I think I get it better. Nice BGS, 62, into the claw. Switch to my scythe, into the range. I don't think I can get a blowpipe between my 2 T-bow shots, so I just do double T-bow. Not the best rotation so far. Got a major, and I think the rotation throughout is not the best. And I think that partly contributes to the slow Nilo. Like another major, not the best. I think the boss is partly why we get a bad Nilo, but also just the fact that we're not the best at waves. So, not making an excuse on why we get a 4-minute Nilo. Back to ranging. I miss rigor there, which is not ideal. And then back to melee to finish it. Now, I skip between rooms because it's a lot of just like trading runes, spellbook swapping and all that stuff. So I don't think people want to watch that. If people do want to watch the unedited version, then let me know in the comments and I can do that. So with the Scythe update, there's new thresholds for rings. And so I should be using Ultor here at 2 hammers. You should be using Ultor. So I'm not doing that, I believe. Oh, nice, I do switch. Tanking my Venges. Sodaseg, not super complicated. Try to eat before the maze starts. That way I can tank more Venges. We have a pretty good maze here. I think we lost, maybe a tick or 2. I believe I'm backup hammer, so immediately I switch. I notice we miss one, and because my teammate is late to hammering, we overdo it and we do 3 hammers. And that is why it's important to hammer on the first tick you can. So, whether that's switching to your Warhammer before the maze, or if you're crazy fast at clicks, then maybe during the maze. But it's very important to get the hammer off on the first tick. And here I absolutely throw the maze. It is so bad. But I somewhat recover. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't kill my teammates. That would have been very sad. And get back to the boss. Looks like we hit 1 hammer. I'm pretty late to back up. But I think we end up having a decent a decent Sodaseg. Not too bad. Try to get another Venge off. Looks like my team is doing pretty good at tanking their Venges. Everyone's taking Venges, which is something you love to see. And yeah, we get a decent blow. I think it's a 151, which is 9 seconds below threshold because we do a 2-minute threshold for Sodaseg in 4's jam time. So here we have Zarpus the classic room that I need to improve at because I do not know how to do post screech very well, which is not really something I want to work on. And someone commented in my video that he uses a tick tracker, kind of like me, in the bottom of my screen, but he does it up to 5, and he can kind of base where he is in the cycle based off of what the tick tracker says. And while I'm sure that is a good strategy, I have a couple systems in place on how I use my tick tracker. So I'm still debating if I'm going to use that strategy or not. But I do appreciate the comment. It's cool to see what people do. I go for Scythe double BGS. It's already 0, and my teammate does another BGS, which is not ideal. But that's okay. So he is 5.3 ticking the guy north, 5 ticking, which is awesome. Love to see it. You know, imagine not 5 ticking in 2024. I'm just kidding. If you're not 5 ticking, it's okay, but it's definitely not that hard to learn. So I highly recommend that. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good time save, and yeah, it's not very difficult. So it's worth your time trying to figure out how to do it. Zarpus is pretty good here because we have a 0 defense. It's at 0 defense, but I think a couple of the players make some mistakes. Yep, one guy is in the dumpster. He's dead. I get the claw, which is kind of nice because I can gain a tick here. And player 2 is now in the dumpster, so we're down 2 players. So, and I already spoiled it. I get the GM time here, so guys, do not be afraid of going for GM time. It's quite doable, even with plenty of mistakes. And I think our Zarpus ends up being pretty slow, actually, even though I just said that, you know, it was nice that we had 0 defense. I think it's a 215 or something, 220. So I think that's a little short, or that's a little long, but it's not a big deal. We're off to the races, picking up my potions that I dropped for the runes. I literally drop, I have to drop potions in like every room so I can pick up the runes. And checking everyone's inventory. If you're god booking, it's nice to have, you know, 2 minimum, but preferably about 3 brews. So I hit him with the don't die smiley face, you know, a little passive aggressive, let's be honest here. But sometimes it comes down to don't die and you'll get the time. So, but I'm going to spoil it, someone dies. Here I get the triple Dawnbringer spec because of god booking. And I think we have a decent P1. That guy said we need a 4-minute Verzik, which is extremely doable. So I'm not too worried about the time. And yeah, I mean, these speedruns are getting kind of fun. I kind of enjoy them because there's not a lot of pressure. You know, you have to find that middle ground of like something's a little bit too pressury, like I don't feel comfortable pressure, and then there's also that, like, you know, a good healthy amount of pressure. So I'm at that healthy amount of pressure where I enjoy these speedruns. I should be using I do have my Bellator on. Super humble crabs, only 1 spawn. And yeah, P2, not too bad. Everyone takes care of, my Northwest player takes care of the purple crab. Try to get my venges, or what am I? Okay, no, I still need to spawn my thrall, but I believe because I have a venge, I wait to use my thrall. Might as well wait for the last 15 seconds of it. And my teammate tried to do spellbook swap and ends up getting kicked out. You know, something about using thralls is you really don't want to lose ticks. Like, you don't want to miss a swing from your scythe to get up your thrall. It almost negates the positive effect that the thrall has. So try your very best to have good thrall uptime, and do not miss scythe swings because of thralls, and you know, don't take damage because of the thrall spellbook swap. So I believe we get a 1 down reds, or maybe 2 down reds. I don't know what the term is. Let's see, we killed reds once, so I think it's a 1 down reds. And still have my Bellator on, which is good. Now it is worth it to camp Ultor for P3. So I hope I do that. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. No, I do not. Okay. Dish out your Avengers. You know, even if you're avenged, make sure you're avenging your players. Here I do a spellbook swap and I don't miss any ticks, which I'm happy with. I have 55 seconds remaining on my Thrall, but in hindsight, I should have just casted the Thrall and used Avenge. So here's the mishap. My teammate absolutely gets destroyed. 65 to the face from the crab. I feel like I say this so much, but not ideal. But at this point in the back of my head, I'm still like, you know, I might be able to still get the time here. And this guy misses one swing to catch up. And I'm not sure what the exact protocol is if you miss, if you're behind. I think you should always try to catch up. That way your team doesn't have to miss ticks, slowing down for you, right? 2 players missing a swing is worse than 1 player missing a swing. Take a huge venge here, 54, and I die because I'm bad. But we end up getting the kill before yellows, and look at the time. 14:52, 8 seconds to spare. I could have peed in my bottle right by my bed and still got time. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the GM time, Tobbs. It's probably fun looking at me suck. But also, shout out to his lordship. Don't know who you are. If you watch my videos, I appreciate you. He said, "What's up in Darkman?" and I said hi back. Okay, see you later.